game we talked about a lot last year because it was in our showdown for best covers of last year. Mm-hmm. I didn't know anything else about the game, although I do know now that Dominic Day is a wizard who figured out portals, and he has these portals, and I'm about to run out of words on theme because there is none in this box.
The cover is all the theme.
The cover is the most theme. Now, this is a gorgeous-looking game.
Yes.
The pieces, these little pieces that you get, these little tiles, are that nice plastic, the same material as like the tiles in Azul.
Yes.
They look great. The cards are good quality. This company here, this is who made this game here? Well, they're afraid to put their name on the box somewhere.
Crow
D Games.
Yeah.
They did a good job on the production level.
It's a very good production. It's a lovely artwork when there is any, because most of the game doesn't really have a whole lot of artwork.
So what you're doing in this game is you're drafting cards. It's a game about building patterns. You draft these cards. You then will draft these little tiles that are randomly placed in between you and the two players next to you. So there's a little bit of a race to see who gets the colors you want first. You put them on these cards. Then the cards have a number. Lowest number cards go first. And you put that exact pattern out on these boards. Yes. And you're making patterns there. Now, there's some interesting way of scoring, although I went online and was reading about it, and the math isn't that great because you're going to pretty much score the same way every time.
Sure. You're
going to get a certain amount of points if you match 3 or 4. You get more if you put them next to one. I think someone calculated out that it's like most pieces you put out are worth 1.5 points or something to that effect. They figured it out.
Interesting, yeah. Well, there's two scoring things that are at odds, right? It's either like if you match the pattern, then you get points for that. But if you put a piece next to a equally colored piece, you get points for that. They're never pre-printed that way, pretty much.
No, it's impossible.
Right, so you either score the one way, but if you mess that up, then you score the other way. And it's a zero-sum game, basically.
Well, the reason the other way exists, I think, is because this game, unfortunately, has a 4th round. And in the 4th round, the boards are completely full for the most part. You're barely able to fit anything on them, and your only hope is to put stuff next to other pieces. Mm-hmm. And the game becomes a slog in the 4th round. Before that, I enjoy it to some degree. In fact, this is for me, I'm giving this the high rating of a 6. I didn't dislike it, except I think the 4th round is overly long. But also, on repeats, when you come back, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm doing the same thing. And so my game is kind of hampered by the stuff I have. And this game also is a problem that's in a 4-player game. It's not in a 3-player game. In a 4-player game, if the 2 players my side decide they're going to, and it's not even malicious, but they're just going to work on the things that are between us two.
Yeah.
And that's what they're working on because it works better for them. The person in between them has a huge advantage, and I am at a disadvantage. And that will happen in a 4-player game. It just does. Now, they might turn their attention to them, but it's too late. I'm not scoring many points now. And I found that to be kind of disappointing. I like a lot of the ideas in this game. It just feels underdeveloped to me.
I'm giving this one a 3.
I like it twice as much as Z.
Yeah, I think it is dreadfully bland, over long, soulless, devoid of interest. I really found it to be an exercise not so much in frustration as it is in sort of endurance. This is almost like testing your endurance for sitting there and taking it. There's nothing here that I thought was interesting. Sure, the idea of taking from this side or this side it's all right. We've seen it before. It's been used in a few games. I don't think this game benefits from it, honestly. And I wish that there were some aspects of the game that were done simultaneously, so it wouldn't take so long. This could easily be one of those games in which you do this thing in between the players and you go, draft to your right, everybody. You take one of those. Okay, everybody now draft to your left. Take one of those. And you just cut the game by half at least.
Yeah, this says 20 minutes per player, 80 minutes for 4 players is too long.
This is too long. This should be a 20-minute game total. I found it to be just so bland, and it's so abstract. To make a pattern, I already dislike these boring, like, make this pattern on this thing and score from the pattern thing. And in this one, they make you put together the pattern in front of you and then transfer it to another grid. It's so lame. I don't think any. Go play Azul, for goodness sake. Go buy Azul, play Azul. This is a 3.
And that is Portals.